Hello, namaste and welcome in the series of cybersecurity. This side is Meena and today I will discuss about what is the importance of attack surface management. First of all, we need to understand what is attack surface. Attack surface is entry point of an attack. Okay, so if we are having different vulnerabilities on our system, different entry point to perform an attack, and if you don't know where those attacks exist, where those entry point for attacks exist, and how to just block those holes, then we will not able to secure our systems. That's why attack surface management is very important, and let's see what exactly in it and how just we can perform. Nowadays we are using multiple devices, multiple services. Okay, our data is scattered on different locations. To access that data, so we are using different devices. Just as you can see in our diagram, there is a company, that's for example that's inner circle. Okay, this is the corporate office. Okay, this is the headquarter, and it is having some resources, some servers, some end devices. Okay, and there is the users which are accessing that corporate network remotely. So there can be the VPN. Through the VPN they are accessing, and there is also the remote office. So people are working on remotely, and that's a branch office, you can say, and they are accessing that corporate network. Clear? And there are multiple ways they can connect with it, and even the employees are bringing their own devices. Okay, so we also need to give access to that. Okay? And we are also using third parties. We are also having some partners or the contractors who will also access our data, our network. So there is another way of giving access to on our network, and number of IoT devices we are using, and those are also accessing our network. Yeah, and nowadays we are using cloud services, whether that's Salesforce or Google's or AWS, multiple kind of cloud services we are using. And another thing is the users, for example we are having a web server. Say this is the web server. Okay, and we are also giving access to the web server on to the users which are on the internet. Okay, so in this diagram you can see here there are the number of ways we are giving access to our corporate network. Clear? So there are number of ways people can enter on our network. So these are the attacks where number of entry points enter on our network. Clear? And another thing is the user which are the inside. Okay, that is also one of the very dangerous situation, because they are inside the network. They know each and everything about it, and for them even very easy to perform an attack. Understand? So here, if we are not able to understand what are the entry point, what are the ways attacker can perform attack on our corporate network, then how we will able to secure it. So that's why the importance of the attack surface knowledge is very important. You need to understand what are the ways that hackers can come to into our network. Yeah, and to just how just we can monitor these things, how we can find out yes what are the different attack point can be on our corporate network, on our on our data which is on our cloud. Clear? So first of all we need to understand what type of data we are having. what type of asset, which type of servers, so what are the access points we are having, wireless networks, or switches, routers, security devices we are using. We need to find out each and everything in our network, and where is our data exists, which data is critical important, or which data is less important, okay, normal data, and which data we can allow to public to have access on it. We need to categorize all those data, okay. And after just discovering all these things, making record of the complete data, we need to give the security rating. If that on particular data attack will happen, what will be the damage to our network, okay. So we need to quantify, yes, this is important data. If something attack will happen on that one, our company just gonna in a very very dangerous situation, lot of damage will happen to our company. So this particular data, for example, that's exist, the critical data exists on particular server, so we need to give the very high security to this data, clear. And continuously we need to observe, yes, what type of security we have implemented, whether that security is performing as per our expectations, whatever the baseline we have set it in, and if that particular setting is performing properly, and just blocking the attacks which we are expected on that data, okay. So we need to continuously eyes on it, and whatever the compliance we have to follow, whether these are performing it or not, we need to uh, monitor it here. And what are the dark web monitor means, if some kind of data has been stolen, is that available on the dark web, or we need to deeply understand, deeply observe our data, whether that's uh, maybe we obvious channels, or obvious point we have secured, but there can be the other routes, are entry points where the hackers can enter in our network and can damage to it. So we need to closely observe all these things. Let's just take an example of it, how with the immune web discovery you can rectify all these things, okay. So here is we are having data, okay, which is very critical, high, medium, low, and information. We just categorize our assets what we are having as per these categories. And if somebody is accessing through the web, when they will access on the web, this kind of data is having medium attack, medium risk, okay. And we are having very less data is a critical kind of attack if somebody will access on the web. And even you can see some kind of applications accessed on example.edu, and when they will access our data, it is very very critical, okay. So the attack possibility is 88 if that information is coming from example.edu, okay. And if somebody is accessing through the mobile, okay, what will be the risk for our asset? So it will be very very high. So we need to identify, yes, this is current situation of our network with, and we are in danger from this kind of attack. What security measures we need to put, what security setting we need to do to perform to perform or just we can say to provide the security for our network, clear. So in this way there are multiple parameters we can set, we can identify, yes, these are the risk on our assets, and these are the methods we can implement to secure our assets, clear. And you can follow me on the Cybersecurity Prism and get the notification for the next interesting and valuable session. and also forward that session with your friends as much as possible. Share that video on groups, and so that the group member will also be able to get that valuable information and can understand about the cyber security. And in the next session I will discuss about how can hackers use DNS to steal your money. Namaste, see you in the next session.